Since I am from a Sindhi background, all these supposed rishta aunties, they would say that Sindhiyon se, Sindhi ladkiyon se koi shaadi nahi karta. And I was like, really? Kyun?
Quratulain, I just want to first know कि what was life like growing up? आपके घर का कैसा माहौल था? What were some things that you had to experience?
The life at home was pretty chilled out. I mean, any normal kid growing up in the late 80s and then the 90s, we were very chill. Our father gave us the world. I mean, swimming, music ho gayi, horse riding ho gayi, tennis ho gayi. And I have been privileged and I am thankful that I belong to a family who gave us girls the empowerment to do whatever we felt like. But as I was growing up, when I was in school, I was in one of the top notches of the city. Since my skin tone was tanned and I used to swim, I didn't fit into the beauty standards of what the other girls were like. They were plastic. I wasn't. I was leaner and I had muscles because I would swim. So I wasn't considered to be pretty because मैं थोड़ी सी tan थी because of the chemical in the पानी.
Tan, and also because आप जैसे बता रही हैं horse riding, different sports.
And बच्चे when they're growing up, they too tend to get to the sun.
And also like I mean everybody has a different skin color also naturally.
Of course.
और वो जिस तरह से tan होता है वो भी बहुत different होता है.
हाँ, वो जिस तरह से tan होता है वो भी बहुत different होता है. So I used to speak to Amma about it and she told me that ignore it. Do your thing. And I was like, okay, theek hai, maybe when I start growing up, people are going to be able to see the different side of me. So as I grew up, I had a thing that, society will accept me the way I am, the way I look. But as I started growing up, I walked out of college, I became 20, 22, 23, I was considered to be old.
अचानक से?
अचानक से, older as in I had, crossed the limit of shaadi.
At 22?
At 22. रिश्ता आंटी is telling अम्मी that इसको तो कोई डिवोर्स ही मिलेगा, ये तो बहुत बड़ी हो गई है.
तो उससे पहले के रिश्ते आते थे आपके टीन इयर्स में? क्योंकि अगर 22 में आप ऑलरेडी अनमैरिजेबल हो चुकी थी तो उससे पहले क्या लोगों ने कोशिश की थी?
आते होंगे बट वो मुझ तक नहीं आते थे बिकॉज आई वॉज स्टडिंग एंड लाइक आई टोल्ड यू बाबा हैज ऑलवेज बीन द प्रोएक्टिव सॉर्ट ऑफ फादर. ही वांटेड मी टू स्टडी.
बैरियर थे बिटवीन यू एंड exposing you to that ugly
he said
side.
बच्ची पढ़ रही है, let her be what she wants to. I want her to become independent. This is what our family has taught us girls. I mean, we come from the families of lecturers, doctors, engineers, lawyers. My father wanted me to become independent. And for him, शादी was something that was very small. वो बोल रहे थे यार बच्ची पढ़ जाएगी, बच्ची की शादी हो जाएगी. She'll be fine. Any educated chap is going to accept her for the qualities she embodies. That is what both my parents thought. But they were sadly disgusted to see the people who used to come home to have a look at me. The sort of comments the Rishta aunties passed at me or my origin. And it was so cringeworthy and I was like, no, I mean, am I ever going to be able to fit into the beauty standards of the society?
Can you recall some of those comments?
मोटी है, बड़ी लगती है, इसकी नाक टेढ़ी है, लड़के चूज़ी हैं, लड़के की बहन नहीं मानेगी, बहनें नहीं मानेंगी, थोड़ी हेड स्ट्रॉन्ग है, घर पे कितने पैसे देगी, सुई धागा चलाने आता है या नहीं, हमारी बेटियां घर में खुद कपड़े स्टिच करती हैं, क्या ये कपड़े स्टिच करेंगी? All these things. And Amma had to literally drive out a lot of aunties saying that she's studying and she does her own groove and it's not really necessary कि वो घर में कपड़े सिए. She'll eventually learn. या जब उसको ज़रूरत पड़ेगी बटन टाँक लेगी. But what is it that you need a requirement कि बच्ची जो है बच्ची के कपड़े दर्जी के पास नहीं जाएंगे, वो खुद स्टिच करेगी. या for example, another occasion was my brother lives in London and he is a British citizen. There was this auntie who called अम्मी आप saying that आप हमारे बेटे को sponsor करेंगी, आपका बेटा sponsor करेगा.
But at that time, how did that make you feel कि constantly इस तरह के comments आ रहे
Oh, I
हैं?
was crushed. I was crushed. I was like, यार क्या मतलब मैं how am I going to be able to fit in this? I mean, like every girl, I wanted to be a mom. I wanted to deck up like mama who would drop the children to school, pick them up, go do activities with them because mama did all of these things with us. I was like, no, I don't fit into the society. There was a time, नहीं मैं खूबसूरत नहीं हूँ. I'm not pretty. And society will never accept me. So later on, I was like, ठीक है. This is not the end of the world if the society is not accepting you. It's okay. You accept yourself the way you are.
What made you come to this realization though? Was there like a moment in time कि आपको लगा कि अच्छा बस बहुत हो गया, मैंने बहुत ज़्यादा इस चीज़ पे फोकस कर लिया और लोगों को भी इसी चीज़ पे फोकस करने दिया. So what was that life-changing moment for you?
One fine day I just woke up and I'm like, bas, ab nahi.
How old were you then?
I was what, 25, 26?
And for 3 years you'd been facing this constant campaign of rejection.
Yes.
So, Quratulain, आपको आपका सबसे worst रिश्ता experience क्या था?
All of them were worst, but एक मैं आपको narrate कर देती हूँ कि एक साहब थे, parents उनके अच्छे थे, they belonged to an army background. Parents अच्छे थे, very learned, they really loved the way I talked and my dressing sense and my conviction. They wanted a wife for their son who lived in Seattle, and he was divorced.
How old were you then?
I was 26.
Okay.
And he was somewhere in his 30, 35, 36. And I was like,
ठीक है.
ठीक है, कोई मसला नहीं है. I looked at the boy. He looked fine. He looked proper. But when I spoke to him over the phone, he asked me how many friends I have on social media, how many Facebook friends I have, how much often I serve on the net, what are my likes, dislikes. He told me that देखो अगर तुम Facebook पे active हो, वो बंद करना होगा. If you're designer oriented, वो बंद करना होगा. मैंने बोला आप उस दिन पोलो का शर्ट पहन के आए थे मेरे घर पे. And it was a branded shirt. For you, it's okay. And for me, it's not okay. You're telling me to quit. And he told me that मैं बर्तन नहीं धो सकता. सारा काम आपको करना पड़ेगा. I will not help
तो
you.
भी सियाटल में क्या कर रहे हैं वो?
उस वक्त he was working for some company, software tech. He was working for.
अच्छा खुद टेक में काम कर रहे थे, but had a problem with you using the internet.
Yeah, he had a problem with me using social media, and he had problem with me connecting with my friends. He said that you won't find any help in the house. You will have to do. I want a complete homemaker, despite the fact that you're an MBA.
Yeah.
You don't have to work. ठीक है, नहीं काम करना कोई मसला नहीं है. But आप अगर हर चीज़ से मुझे restrict कर रहे हो, तो basically you want someone to
look after your home.
Look after your home, and that's it.
And then for that you can just get a service, right?
Yeah. So I was like, हर चीज़ मुझसे ये बंद करा रहा है. I spoke to Amma. I was like, Ma, this is a red flag. Despite the fact auntie and uncle were very nice, but their son has an issue. How can I just shun off everything from my life? ठीक है, आप social media बंद करा दो. किसी दिन बोले कि आप अपने अम्मा अब्बा से बात बंद करना कर दो. What am I going to do?
And that does happen actually. मैं soul sisters पे अक्सर देखती हूँ कि जब औरतें अपने घर वालों को भी फ़ोन करना चाहती हैं या उनसे मिलना चाहती हैं तो फ़ौरन से आ जाता है कि नहीं आज तुम नहीं जा सकती. फ़ोन पे अगर बात कर रही होंगी तो लोग साथ बैठ के सुन रहे होंगे कि क्या बात हो रही है. It pretty much leads up to completely like controlling the behavior and the needs and the whatever it is that the girl wants to do. Everything has to be controlled by the army, that is the household, their in-laws and their husband.
Precisely.
So yeah, I think like अगर वो first conversation में इतने controlling थे, तो बाद में उनके घर में जाके तो पता नहीं क्या होता.
Yeah. So the mother spoke to the auntie and she said, भाई आपका बेटा तो ये मेरी बेटी को बोल रहा है. And the auntie is like, मैंने इसको इतने अच्छे रिश्ते दिखाए हैं और लड़कियां इसी बात से डर जाती हैं इसकी.
ये लोग फीस लेते हैं कोई?
फीस लेते हैं. My mother must have paid in lakhs. बस आपके घर पे इतने रिश्ते भेज दिए ना, नहीं पसंद आ रही ना आपकी बेटी.
So they felt like हम तो कर रहे हैं काम भाई
हम
अब
तो काम
आपकी
कर
बेटी
रहे
का
हैं
मसला है
अब आपकी बेटी का मसला है like I told you earlier there was a time when I used to hate looking at myself in the mirror.
And also this association of finding a match with money, I find that so problematic क्योंकि is that really all that is it money that's going to help you find somebody or is it a genuine connection? चलिए ठीक है matchmaker services abroad like Bumble and Tinder, all of these have paid services too, but at least there's autonomy. Women get to choose as well as men
Yeah.
and they're doing it themselves. There's
Yeah.
not a human third, then there's not human third parties involved,
Yeah.
right? जो आपकी self esteem को मिल के तबाह करे.
Yeah. So they crushed it.
And आपके अम्मी अब्बू को कभी ऐसा होता था कि जो ये सारे लोग आ रहे हैं घर में रिश्ते लेके उनको ना आने दें जैसे रोक दें बस ये पूरा process.
There were lots of times when mama never let people come. वो बहुत सारे ऐसे होते थे जो बोलते थे नहीं हमें आपकी बेटी अच्छी लगी हमें आपके घर आके देखना है.
Okay.
There were lots of people who used to reject me over the phone. You and I, we are not perfect. जिस तरह से अल्लाह मियाँ ने हमें बनाया है उसी तरीके से we are imperfectly perfect the way He's created us. But when it comes to their sons and brothers, उनको एक चेहरे पे निशान भी नहीं चाहिए होता. That's what I faced.
And while all of this was happening, आपका जो पढ़ाई और career है, where was that?
I am a PhD scholar at the moment. I have done a double masters. हमारे घर में किसी तरीके से भी the girl child को कोई भी रोक टोक नहीं है पढ़ाई से. पढ़ना है और पढ़ो. जॉब नहीं मिल रही कुछ और पढ़ लो. ये भी इशू होता है कि there are lots of families from outside the Sindhi clan who would get their girls married to Sindhi boys, but they wouldn't accept Sindhi girls.
I just find all of this so strange क्योंकि I mean it's 2023 and I didn't realize कि अभी भी ethnicity का इतना फ़र्क पड़ता है. It should be more about like a guy and a girl being willing to get married, right?
It is. Even I thought that.
After doing your double masters, what happened? Like, are you still studying? Are you working?
Like I'm working. I work for a private organization. I head their marketing and communications. I am studying for my PhD, and there's nothing stopping me. I mean, I love traveling. कभी भी मूड हुआ, मामा बाबा को बता दिया, मैं जा रही हूँ. अब तक वापस आ जाऊँगी. इतने दिनों में, I'll be fine.
And what is how like? Do you still get a response from society on the way you've chosen to live your life as a single woman?
I don't. My friends tell me, most of my friends are also not married from our batch in school, and it's like we're okay with it now. Rather than ending up in misery, it's okay to embrace the way we are. Rather than signing a contract and getting into a mess that is lethal.
And you can actually like shift your focus and away from all of this mess and do things that make you happy, right?
Of course.
I feel like because of all of these pressures that society puts on women, sometimes women just for the sake of getting married get married to the wrong person.
Yeah.
Just because, you know, they say that, oh, like, you know, get married to the first person that comes your way.
Yeah.
या कर लो शादी बस ये
Yeah.
उम्र निकल जाएगी.
Yeah.
उम्र निकलने के चक्कर में गलत पर्सन से शादी हो जाती है और फिर वो पूरी जिंदगी का एक
Oh, yes.
टॉर्चर
I
बन
thank
जाता है.
my stars. हमारे घर में ऐसा कोई वो नहीं है.
Yeah, I mean marriage shouldn't be the goal. It should be like I feel like it should be a celebration that happens
Yes.
in like within the journey that you're on.
Precisely.
It's not the end or the goal or the place where you need to be. There was a message you wanted to give. Do you want to share that?
Yes. To the girls who are in their late 30s, late 40s, women who are in their 50s, everyone, don't make marriage your ultimate goal in life. That is the biggest tragedy you're doing to yourself. Go out there, flaunt yourself, be beautiful, travel the world, hop on mountains, sing, dance in the rain, wear saris, dance in lakes. Live your life, it comes once. And don't let society suppress your dreams, your goals, and the person you want to become.